Girl, where have you been? I haven't seen you at work in a while.
Girl, I quit and started my own business.
Really? That's amazing. How did you do it?
Well, I've been listening to this Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast, and it really helped me change my mindset from an employee to a CEO.
All that from a podcast?
Yes, the Beauty Boss Millionaire walks you through the process of starting a business and making your first million.
I need that in my life. I need someone to help me.
Just go to beautybossmillionaire.com or pull it up on your favorite podcast app. It's time to boss up.
Welcome back to the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast with daily on-the-go episodes packed with testimonies and business tips to help you create financial freedom through entrepreneurship. Hosted by the owner of Fracassi Lashes and the Blow Dry Lounge, the Beauty Boss Millionaire herself, Felicia Fracassi.
Thanks for tuning in to Beauty Boss Millionaire. I'm your host, Felicia Fracassi. Yesterday, I was talking about how teamwork is so important if you want to make millions. Teamwork, trust, and collaboration, and the famous quote that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, then go together. Earlier, we went through the definition of teamwork and how it's the collaborative effort of the group to achieve a common goal, to complete a task in the most efficient way. And a lot of times when you're building your business, you're going to start to have to build a team. In the beginning, to save a few dollars, it's probably just you getting it all going. It's you pushing out the energy. It's you doing everything, the web developer, the designer, the graphic, all those things. It's you orchestrating all that stuff. But as you begin to grow and you get your business to start to flourish, more people are coming along, you don't want to burn out. So it's important that you have a team. Start to build your team from the bottom and work your way up from there. And make sure you are writing down each task in that department so they know their mission as well. We have an operations manual at our store where from top to bottom is organized and how it should work, the job description, what you should be doing from the time that you open the store to the time that you close the store. So there's no confusion. So each team member knows their job description and they know what their assignment is. So make sure that's clear from the beginning. And obviously, if you have to add some things in, you can add those things in. See, when you divide up the work, it allows you to just be able to regain back your time. I feel like with me running these teams that I run now in multiple cities, I'm able to, yesterday I was on the boat. I was able to free my time up, but I'm not always on the boat. A lot of people think that I'm always vacationing and I'm doing all these things. I spend a lot of my time focusing on the business, but I also spend a lot of time creating teamwork in different cities so that it's still being done on a greater scale. So a lot of times I see entrepreneurs that are struggling with this area of teamwork. They may be an introverted personality, or they don't really like to reach out to other people, or they have this mentality that they think they can do it alone. Like I said, you're right. You can do it alone, but you're going to also struggle. It's going to take you longer. You're going to be more miserable. You're going to get burnout. You're going to get frustrated. You need to have a team, a solid team, because that team is going to push you. Here's the beauty of a team. A team will uplift you and push you further than you ever thought you could go. People view teams sometimes differently. I view teams as strength. I view people that are around me as people that are going to uplift you. I don't view them as people that are going to drain you or that are going to bother you or that are going to be annoying to you. Change your perspective of how teamwork is. My perspective of teamwork is really like awesome, phenomenal. I mean, if you go back to the biblical days and if you read in the scripture, it says, 1 can chase away 1,000. And 2 can chase away 10,000. That scripture alone goes to show us that there is so much power in teamwork. And even just being married, I remember working my company alone and, I would be running it and things like that. And, my husband came along and he also has a very large business background. He has an MBA and he just came in and just jumped in and just started taking different things off of my shoulder. And it was such a relief. I mean, I was used to doing it on my own. I didn't even realize I needed a person to take it off my shoulder until he just jumped right in and started helping me out. He would come home from work. He'd get done with his company. He's like, oh, do you need help with anything? And I'm like, no, I'm good. And next thing you know, he's like, yes, you do. Because I don't like to ask and bother him. And he would just take over and help me out. And the same thing goes for a team. You know, the more people that you have on board, the faster your company will grow, the higher volume and numbers you're going to do. The cooperation amongst teammates is one of the key elements of success. Working together towards that common goal instead of competing for personal glory or leads of, you know, this thing of just being just me. I know everyone wants to be the Beyonce, but in the beginning, Beyonce had to have the group, honey. So what makes teamwork work? Well, it's important, one. And two, it makes the dream work because the team is more likely to be successful together than you being on your own. Teams together can make a big difference, even down to problem-solving skills. You know, sometimes you might get stuck. You don't really know how you're going to handle a situation, but your team can figure it out. One thing that I do to build my team is I have these team building moments. I don't call them meetings as much. We're going to have a team building moment with my staff. And what that means is people give input to me on what's going on with the customers, what's going on with the store, if there's any problems that they see that are arising. Because a lot of times your team is going to know about a lot of more issues than you're going to know, but they don't communicate it sometimes. Or they sometimes are just frustrated, walking around frustrated about it. Or they're simply not worried about it and they want to just go home at the end of the day. So if you have that time to have a team meeting, a builders meeting, that's a time where you can learn the most from what's going on with your team. I quickly want to go over some benefits of teamwork. One is great ideas don't come from lone geniuses. You're going to have a team. Two, you need to have diverse perspectives to help you come up with these winning ideas, to help you come up with the millions. Three, teamwork can make you a lot happier. No longer are you alone, frustrated, trying to figure it out, or worried that you're not going to be able to get it done in time. Teamwork really does help everyone. It helps you, it helps your company. Also, when you work with a team, you grow as an individual because you start to see your strengths and your weaknesses and what exactly you need help with. Also, sharing the workload eases your burnout. I see so many entrepreneurs get burnout. Matter of fact, I've been burnt out before. I've done it to myself. I used to just work and not take a break. Well, I quickly stopped that and I go on a vacation now every 2 to 3 months. I've always had the teamwork thing in the bag, but my weakness was not taking enough vacations. And lastly, dividing the workload lets you grow your skills and focus your time on things that you need to be focusing on. Everything that I've said today has been true. My household, I have teamwork in the house helping out with the nannies. I have staff sometimes it comes in and just helps out. And then I have my work where I'm actually, my career where I have so many people that I'm dealing with. It's so funny because my husband always had this thing where he worked alone. He had just like a guy or two and he would do really well. But he's always, since he's known me, seen me around tons and tons of my staff, or I'm in the store working with the staff. I'm not a business owner that doesn't get involved, actually work as well and help out. So it's really good to have a team, and I really can't stress that enough. We're going to talk up next about collaborative efforts and how to really work this collaboration, because some people think they know how to collaborate, but they really don't. So I'm going to get into that next. Thanks for tuning in to Beauty Boss Millionaire.
That's it for today. Tune in tomorrow for the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast. And don't forget to follow the Beauty Boss Millionaire, Felicia Fracassi, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Beauty Boss Millionaire.
Do you have unwanted facial hair or underarm hair? Don't wax, don't tweeze. Stop in Fracassi Lashes and ask for laser hair removal. 6 sessions for only $200 for the lip or chin. Bikini and underarm only $300. Fracassi Lashes in the gray small, 225 lash. All technicians are laser certified and overseen by Dr. Gary's.